So this is President Jacobson, our mission president. And this is Lani Sepulveda.
Yes.
And I'm Hermana Castillo.
Once again.
After how many years? Huh? On the air. Yeah,
That's right. Elder Faust came and found me and gave me a kiss on the cheek and said, "Don't worry about it, Hermana, because your parents explained that you wanted to wear your dress and they wouldn't let you. Don't you worry about it. And now you can go home and tell everybody that Elder Faust was your first kiss after your mission." So wasn't that sweet?
Yes. Did
But
you
I was
put that
so
in your journal?
And I have told lots of people that was my first kiss after my mission was Elder Faust, because that's what he told me to say.
What do you think, Clint?
It was a lot of competition.
During the earthquake, I would have gone and served more. Instead of, I very quickly got into getting back into my routine of missionaries.
Oh, really?
On
It took us a
hindsight,
long
I
time.
wish during the earthquake I would have put on my jeans and then just went around
That's what we
and
did.
served.
That's what we did.
Yeah, that's what we did.
We just went around and checked with all the members and was talking to them and
The very
stuff.
first place we saw was a furniture store that had collapsed, and they were trying to haul out furniture. It was a two-story that collapsed, and it was one story with all kinds of rubble. And we spent a good 4 or 5 hours.
And where?
And
where
I
were
was in
you?
Rango.
Okay.
And we
You were in Rango during the earthquake?
Okay, now, Hermana Jones here. Now, Mrs. Anderson. Right, Clint?
Yes.
Okay, she's really good about writing in her journal. And, can't see my hands. Well, anyway, she would record every time there was a tremor, and it just seemed, tell us about that.
also in that, you know, the little, what do we call those? The little prayers we had? You know, those little booklets?
Yeah, that we had to rip the little corner on the.
Yeah, I had like insomnia and I couldn't sleep. And I'd always feel these little earthquakes at night. So I'd write down in there. We had an earthquake last night. 3 earthquakes last night. And I had that tracked for like 2 weeks before the earthquake. Before the big one. And I have it all tracked in my things, how many there were coming up, leading up to it. Yeah, I was counting them at least 2 or 3 weeks before that, but they were all tracked in there. I thought that was pretty good. And then afterwards, you know, I did write it down too.
Because I think that was like a lesson to me that, you know, you were kind of sensitive to those things. And that you saw a pattern that eventually led to the big one.
Yeah, so I think that's why I started tracking them, because I could feel them just coming. And I grew up in California, and so, you know, I was told it was starting to get them a lot, you know, close together, that you might be getting a big one.
Hermana Peltz knew what was happening. I didn't.
Really?
Yeah. She said, well, I'm from California. That happens all the time.
But I have to try.
That was good.
I have it tacked in there, yeah. It's kind of interesting. That was good.
As soon as you said something, that's Sister Jacobson.
Tell us about your mission.
I didn't serve a mission.
You didn't serve
Thanks for bringing that up. Now I feel awkward.
Uh-oh.
You can
Really?
tell them what you did to me.
I don't even know you.
Oh, no. Tell the letter story.
My husband didn't hear the story. He was out of the
Oh, you
room
were?
when you told the letter story.
Oh, he didn't hear the story.
Which one's your husband?
This is my husband.
Oh, over there.
Yeah.
What asked me about my mission? It was probably the hardest 3 months of my life. But after that, it was easy.
3. What, you got sent home?
Yeah.
After 22 months of being in Chile.
He delivered our letters.
So I was her district leader. And a friend of hers, who was also on a mission, sent a letter, and all the mail came to me, and then I distributed it. And in looking at the letter, it was in a number 10 envelope, and I could tell it was just a Christmas card with his name on it, no letter. So I steamed open the letter, and I pulled it out, and I looked at where it had been sent from, and he had his missionary thing on, so I knew he was a missionary. And so I made up my companion's name and I wrote a letter. Oh, mission is great. My companion and I are teaching so and so, and I've been really thinking about you lately. And I've had dreams, and I've seen you and I in white in the temple, and all this. And so then I fold up this letter, put it back in the envelope, and seal it up. And then we hand out the letters, and we're all sitting there. And I told my companion knows I did this. So she opens the letter, and one from her, she reads it, gets to that one. She says, "Oh, this is my friend. He's on a mission over here." And she gets to the letter, and she's like, "Oh. And we're just like, "Oh my gosh!" So I pull a companion. I say, "I'm going to leave." And then after I'm gone, you tell her that the only thing that was in the envelope was the card.
It's like well out of here, though.
So I was about a block away, and she comes flying out. Elder Anderson!
I'll tell one on her because I promised I always would.
She knows what you're going to say.
Before her mission, she dated a guy by the name of Steve. Dated him for several years. And when she got back from mission, I guess he was already married. Well, this was a number of years before I had met her. We're coming out of the temple after I'd just been sealed to her. We're sitting in the back seat of her parents' car, and as we're driving away from the temple, she's talking to her parents, and she turns to me and says, "And by the way, Steve," pointing to me, and called me Steve.
I'm sorry. I know I'll never live it down. I will never live it down.
No.
And this is a good example of forgiving and forgetting.
That's right. And I'll forgive. I won't forget. And when we get
Don't post that on Facebook because Steve's on Facebook. He doesn't need to know that story.
Oh, but it's a good one.
That would be Steve who can link this to the...
Oh my gosh. Right. Oh, you're so cute. Yeah, go away.
No, we're doing this for the Facebook.
Oh, for the Facebook.
Yeah.
Let's Facebook.
Very nice.
I got transferred to Doniwe. That was my second area. And I met a young man named Erwin Lobos. And we taught him the gospel. He got baptized. After I was transferred, he went to school in Concepcion and was in college down there. Put mission papers in there. Got called back to the Santiago South Mission. And he came in the mission field my last month. And I came real close to being able to train, but because of locations, I wasn't able to. He lives in Doniwe now. Found me on Facebook maybe a year ago. And I talked to him and his brother both. Not a lot, but once in a while we talk. In fact, after the big earthquake, just, a few months ago, 6 months back, he posted a whole bunch of pictures of Doniwe and all the destruction. So it's been a good thing to see technology work.
So what year did Elder Lobos serve?
He would have come in the mission in February. In February of 85. So it would have been February of 85 to February of 87.
Tell us about what this night meant to you.
It's fantastic. It's good to see everybody again.
You brought your wife that served in Finland?
Yep. We speak Spanish.
Well, my sister.
Good to see you.
Oh my goodness.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, a couple years.
You want to add another number to that?
I was talking to a friend the other day, and I hadn't seen her since high school, close. In fact, it was right before my mission. And she said, "Oh, it's been like 20 years now." No, it's been 27 years.
That's it. Oh.
Yeah, 27 years since I went to OTC.
Wow.
Well, that would be right because I've been home 25 years.
Yeah, I went in September 1st.
You did?
You get to see all this wonderful stuff here in the box and all this great, it's wonderful. I mean, so much comes back after so many years have gone by, but it's all still there. And it's so gratifying to feel like you're part of the team.
Great.
It really is phenomenal. You think that most of us have been back 25 plus years, and yet the memories just keep flowing back like they were yesterday.
Yeah.
And it's special.
Yeah, and like he said, you made the comment that you feel like you're part of a family. yeah, it's a family reunion.
And we're glad you came.
I had a lot of thoughts before you pointed that at me. I had a lot of thoughts about this. Just reminding me of the experience that created the foundation that we could, that I could create a gospel-centered life from the decisions we made on the mission. So, seeing everyone who went through that same decision-making process with me, it's just a great experience.
And how do you feel about your husband serving a mission in the best mission in the world?
I think it's pretty awesome.
Great, thanks.
Okay.
It just thrilled me to see the faith and testimony of everybody was here. And just to see the interaction between all the missionaries and seeing each other again, that was special.
It was wonderful. Just to feel their spirits and how they're doing in their lives and some of the difficulties they have worked through. Wonderful to see how they're finding joy in the journey and doing things that they know the Lord wants them to do that are amazing.
Thank you.